Hey, welcome to Unscripted Real Estate Talk. This is, I got my music going hot there. There we go. We're all coming fired in. Next thing we'll do a little J-Lo, let's get loud. Hey, Craig Lurch here with Unscripted Real Estate Talk. I have two fantastic friends and two fantastic guests I'm going to introduce to you in a second. But hey, don't forget to follow us out there on Instagram, Craig Lurch Selling 215. Also, Unscripted Real Estate Talk. Follow us out on YouTube, Craig Lurch Selling 215. We are coming in live today. Everybody says, why do you like doing it live? Because you know what? We can't practice this. Life is not about practicing. Life's about being live. So we are WWDB AM Talk 860. And I have dear friends of mine, Bruno and Stacie Marcinkowski. I call them the dream couple because, first of all, they're the dream couple. They're the dream couple in real estate. And they're killers in AI Unlocked. And the best is, you're dear to my heart too, guys. So
Thank you so much.
Good morning, everybody. We love you, Craig. Thanks for having us this morning.
All right. And by the way, you're going to be able to hear multiple times as the day goes on how to follow them because you're going to want to follow them. You're going to want to see what's going on. If you followed my story this morning, you saw a mix of AI animated, which was kind of fun, seeing me as an animated character.
Brand new technology.
There we go. Tied into other pictures and video and music and talk. It was phenomenal. And thank you for that little surprise on the story before.
Took under 30 seconds to make the whole entire thing.
That's the key. That's the key we're going to be talking about. So today's topic, we're going to be talking about how is AI going to affect the real estate industry in 2026. That's going to be the topic that we're going to tackle today. But before we get into that, question for you. You guys are excited as much as I am because I know you're going to kill with the AI as we're coming in. 250th birthday in Philly.
Amazing.
Amazing.
Love the country, love the city, love everybody around us.
God bless America.
Super excited for what the next 250 years are going to bring. Super excited.
I mean, we were talking the other day was Benjamin Franklin Day, and everybody, I told, go spend a Benjamin in the city.
That was an amazing video.
We love that video.
Absolutely love that
good.
video. That was tremendous.
Good.
That was fun. I had a good time. Go spend time with a Benjamin. That's
Right.
what
We talk to our colleagues all the time about how we met 5 years ago and you recreated yourself, and we're really honored to be alongside of this journey with you. It's really amazing to watch.
When I started this idea, we all sat there, and you said to me, number one thing, you're either going to do it or you're going to be out of it.
That's correct.
Do it or get out of it. So hit the button in life. So this is to everybody. This isn't just real estate. This is everybody out there. This is the buyers. This is the sellers. Because there's a lot of information as a buyer and a seller you can find out there through ChatGPT, through Gemini, through those tools.
There's nothing better than an educated client. I couldn't agree more with that. Craig. That's
because it also takes the bar up on where I've got to be better. You've got, because you guys sell real estate daily around the country too. You guys do a ton of referrals because people reach out to you from your social media. They trust you. That's the number one thing we've all talked about in business. Why do people deal with realtors as long as they do? Because they trust them. They have a trust
100%.
factor.
That's exactly true, and that will remain true.
Yeah, so AI is not going to go away. I mean, people aren't going to go away in the business too.
I woke up to memes this morning that compared AI to oil and the way they're treating data centers and the way they're treating energy, that it's going to be the new oil, the new backbone of our country. And you'd be fools not to believe that now.
Yeah, like I said, we thought years ago these phones that we carry around that are really computers were never going to take place. We thought the world was going to crash in 2000 when the computers, we thought Google never was going to make what
Y2K, I was one of the engineers waiting for the world to end, and it didn't end. We implore everybody to get started today. Our oldest participant, she's 84, and she does $12 million a year.
Through helping with AI and learning how to...
She uses AI tools daily.
Right.
She came to one of our first classes that we ever had, and she came actually by herself without her team or her assistant, and she picked it up so easily, and we still utilize her videos because it was just such a great testament that you're not too young or too old to learn this stuff, and it's very important to evolve with it, or else you will be left behind.
Yeah, exactly. You're going to be like sitting there saying, what just happened? So I was at an event that you guys did last week, and Cindy, who sponsored it, was one of the sponsors through Gil Mortgage, was fantastic. She is like, John, I mean, her stuff's all over the place. And this is a lady that did nothing. And between Opus and between cap cuts and between all the stuff you guys taught in this class, And by the way, you're going to be able to find a link in my DM after this that will be able to connect to a class that you got, workshops that
Yep,
you guys
and
have.
everybody listening today, we'll be able to give them a $100 discount to our academy. That'll be coming out in the next 30 to 45 days as well. We'll give them a code for you, Craig, as well.
Cool. Fantastic. All right. So I know you love to do a shout out. You always do. You guys pray for people. You guys do things for people that are great. And I know you always do one. So you get who do you want to do a shout out to and why?
So the one that we were thinking about today would be Dr. Uzo and Bruno's radiologist, who are with Fox Chase Cancer Center. So we want to give them a huge shout out because it was just not too long ago, November 5th, when Bruno had to have a kidney removed because of it being ensued with cancer. So they came in, and within 4 weeks, he had 2 MRIs, 2 CAT scans, and under the knife, and safely done with all of it encapsulated and taken out and removed without any spread. So he is now cancer free. So we are so blessed to have them in our orbit because
That
they're
was amazing.
phenomenal.
I woke up to 40 videos. You included.
Yeah. Yeah, it states right before he, after his operation, had a whole bunch of videos going on, and she had produced them all together.
40
So
videos, Mark Otta, Opus Elite, Craig, all our friends. Just as much as the team there, the community was amazing. And we're going to talk about networking and things today, and the community, the prayers.
And there's a key here also. You used AI to help find the top 3 doctors in Philly,
right.
And then how you got it scheduled and everything. So we're not going to go real deep into that because we're focused on real estate, but there's an idea, everybody. They use this for medical.
We used it to read our blood work and all that, and we do constantly let people know in real estate, in law, in medical, these are not licensed tools, please. Please always respect your professionals. These are just things to help amplify your intelligence, to ask better questions. Okay, these are not licensed tools. We cannot repeat that enough, everybody, please. And if you have any problems or questions, we're always available.
And how would they get to you? Tell them how to find you guys.
Sure. So Facebook, you just search our names, Bruno and Stacie Marcikowski. We will pop right up. Instagram, the Dream Team 1_Realty, and then it's www.thedreamteam1.com, and then www.aiunlockedacademy.com. We're always available, and we're happy to help people.
You can't miss them. They got 50,000 followers out on Facebook. They've got 20-some thousand followers, and they're out there 1 million times in a month. So in a week. So you can't miss them. Just look for them, and if not, I'll connect you. So
just to close up that last part, I want to implore all the listeners today to double check on those liver and kidney scans, and that's what we want to use our platforms for. Liver and kidney scans aren't part of our midlife test. Let's get those done, everybody.
There you go. All right, get out there, everybody. Hit the button of life and check yourself out. So, all right. So, did you know? These were really unique. Of did you know? I've been doing since the first of the year what the day is. Did you know what today is? And we had fun with Benjamin the other day, rubber duckies the other day, hot pastrami sandwiches the other day. But today's a unique one, and I'm going to do that one last. But today's National Hug Day.
That's
you guys hug, and to be here with you guys go around hugging people all day. Your clients, other agents, you guys take. I'm not even gonna say you take second. You guys can put yourself at 10th. And
hug somebody and squeeze them. Yeah,
it makes you feel good. It doesn't matter if you know them or not. We meet clients, and I don't know, maybe because we're Italian, but
it doesn't have to be a bro hug.
Yeah.
You can give somebody a squeeze, and it could be man to man, and say, you know what, man, it's good to see you today. That's okay.
There you go. It's changing lives.
They said Bill Clinton shook 500 hands a day. So that's kind of the thing. That's our handshake.
There you go. Here we go. All right, so we got that. I'm going to throw one more out there. Bruno, I know you have them, and I know why I wear them too. Today is Cheesy Sock Day. The craziest, I just said a word. The craziest socks you can wear out.
Me on. I'm in color. I am in brand. I got our AI Unlocked teal socks on.
There you go. There you go. So, all right, so now we're going to go on to something that's going to tie us into the topic today. AI is used for multiple things, but it is also National Organizational Month. You guys in real estate, how is it helping? How are you teaching agents how to maximize their production or their time using AI? Let's get into that because that helps with the National Organizational Month.
That's how this all stemmed a year ago. People asking us what we were doing differently and how we were working so effectively. You can save 8 to 12 hours a week using your AI tools. It will amplify your business. So think about the OpenAI tools like ChatGPT, Canva, CapCut, and all of those large language models that we use. to help streamline your follow-ups, all of your redundancy work, so it allows you to be in front of your clients. That's the most important thing. So all these things are going to help you with all of your administrative things, all of those noise tasks that nobody wants to do, and you really don't need to if you use these effectively. And that's what we're really here to do, try to amplify those things, and then that will put you in front of people to develop those relationships and take your business to a next level.
Yeah, and we use it for everything that we are going to put on social media. We use it as a check system. I implore everybody right now that's listening to have their generators, if it's Gemini, Perplexity, or Claude, to act as a top web designer and then hit enter. Act as a top web designer, then hit enter. It will season your generator to become a web designer, and then upload your website and ask it for 10 positives and 10 negatives about your website and what you could do to make it better for lead generation, and then hit enter again. There's a free prompt that will instantly check out your website and give you some ups and downs about it, how to correct it going into 2026 together.
All right, that's number one hint they gave you. Get your website, put it in the generator, and have it check it and critique it as to how good you can get to it. Okay, so is AI, here's one of the real questions I'm going to say. Is it going to replace agents, or is it going to elevate agents and separate the ones that do and the ones that don't?
So you're exactly right with that. So this has already been around for years. Within the next 2 to 5 years, if you're not using AI and you're not evolving with this, your job will be eliminated. So we're not here to scare anybody. We're here to provide education and information to get people in front of it now. It's never too late, but let's get ahead of it, and let's learn the OpenAI models, because this will replace agents and other working professionals that are not taking it seriously and evolving with AI. It's here to stay, so let's embrace it. Let's amplify and elevate your business instead of eliminating it.
Yeah, and what I'd like to add on to that is, I might always mess up this saying. They say Bruce Lee would rather do one kick 10,000 times than 10,000 kicks one time. So guys, I know that there's 1,000 tools out there. Pick one or two and get good at it. OpenAI and Gemini look like they're starting to gear up to be pretty powerful tools for the basic user. But again, pick one video editor, one large language model, and get good at it. You don't need to have 50,000 tools, and I think that's where a lot of people are getting bottlenecked, Craig.
There's too many shiny objects out there, so
don't follow.
We picked some of the most user friendly, so it's leading you in with some comfort and turning your AI curiosity into confidence when we're done with this.
Yes. And again, we're gonna post out a course that you guys actually have, which is very reasonable. Even if you're not in real estate, everybody, you can get in. We were at this event the other day. There was financial advisors there were coaches there were all kinds of people there, real estate people. But this is a unique part here with Bruno and Stacie. If you really want to learn, DM them. They've got a whole course you can sign up and get to. But the biggest thing you had mentioned, 8 to 12 hours in a week. Think about that. That's about 120 hours in a year.
Right. So think about how that
6
could
weeks
cultivate
of business. That's either 6 more weeks of business, which takes you from 52 to 64 weeks of doing business. That'll affect your pay income if you're working harder, if you're working smart in those hours. Or it can give you time with your family if you're having little kids, or if you like to travel and things of that nature. So you can really weigh it out as to which one you want to do, either 40 hours, 40 weeks in a year, or do you want to do 64, wherever you want to play. But
there's going to be a few things for your listeners. We're old enough, the three of us, to remember that if you didn't have a website, you didn't have a business. Google came out. In 2026, if you don't have a podcast, you're going to have a hard time amplifying your message. You're going to be wanting to work with targeted ads on social media. We call these digital flyers, and we train these by hand in person. So, these are the kinds of tools that people are charging thousands and thousands of dollars per month to do, and we teach it in 3 hours.
We're trying to avoid that redundancy in your work day that take up a lot of your time unnecessarily to gain back those hours for your family or for additional businesses. We have 2 full-time businesses now. Who would have thought?
Yeah, and we'd be remiss not to mention Amy from Star Power. We connected here last year with her, and we'll be doing a webinar with her as well. It'll be one of our first webinars. We are full-time real estate agents, and I think that's what's important for people to know. Like Stacie had said, we are full-time agents closing deals and operating with AI, but we handle law firms and biotech and other industries as well.
Yeah,
And
I mean
her
that's
webinar is
so.
February 4th. by the way. If anybody's interested in hopping on that webinar, it's still available. You can always drop a link in our DM, and we can send you the link to hop on for that.
Yeah,
virtual.
and if anybody mentions Craig's name, we could do a $25 discount there as well.
100%.
There you go. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Again, living in abundance, trying to change lives, of which we all focus at there. How's it affecting buyers and sellers? Let's take the realtor out of this. If you're a buyer or a seller, how can this help you in your process?
So imagine again, when I was getting my surgery, we obviously have to depend on our professionals, but they're speaking a language that we just simply don't know. And we deal with doctors and everything else in our industry in real estate, and we'll send over a buyer sheet and they'll be shocked by it. And you would think that they would know because they're doctors. So an educated client will always be a better client. Let your buyers and sellers know to use ChatGPT. Let them know to ask what are the best questions as a buyer. Let them know what is the best things to know about a neighborhood. Let them be educated, because there isn't, again, I can't repeat it enough, nothing better than an educated client for medical or real estate or anything you're getting ready to do. How can that hurt you as a professional in the industry today?
I mean, one of the things that I know, people used to say all the time, I Googled it. Well, I call it gaggle. I mean, it's got so much junk in there. It's answering the questions the way they want the questions to be asked.
It's obsolete now. We don't even
ChatGPT,
Google. ChatGPT is honed in, and I think some of the younger folks, I think, that are using it a little more regularly, and we are asking those questions. Are you using OpenAI now? Are you using what language model are you using? And so we'll check with people as we're shopping with them, and sellers and buyers, and we'll get them engaged with it, because we handle a lot of those informational sheets and educate them in order to make their experience and their transaction a lot more.
You could have your buyer upload their buyer sheet and say, break this down for me as if I'm a third grader, and you could tell me how this matches up against interest rates and other markets, things like that, which can certainly add to your buyer's power.
Yeah, I mean, it's taking them from a baseline to a level that, okay, now I'm above a layman's, now I can get it, and I'm learning, which is interesting. I'll be honest, I actually had a client the other day I was having a hard time communicating with. I was like, hold on a second. So I spoke to Frankie, who is my ChatGPT, who you guys helped me name, and said, do me a favor, translate this into this language.
Yeah, Brazil,
Yes.
Portuguese.
And I showed it to them. And they're like, oh. And then they talk back into it. And I said, reverse it, Frankie, and tell me the answers. So when you're dealing with it, don't just look at this as just AI. Look at it as a way to communicate with other people in other languages. Everything you do out there, you can ultimately put into a different language and have, instead of just one website, have multitudes. You can do one in Spanish, you can do one in Portuguese, you can do one in Brazil.
Because the main language on the planet Earth is mathematics, right? And now we're all speaking mathematics fluently for the first time in history. But also for the first time in history, and again, we need everyone to hear this, this is the first time in history where white-collar jobs are in danger. So usually the blue-collar jobs are mostly in danger. This is the first time you're going to see executives that are going to be scrambling. And it's our job as a community and as an earth and God-fearing folks to be there for one another and to work through this together, just like we talked about earlier. And that's what we're planning to do.
I think also you talked about something very important there. There's a lack of people in trades. There's a shortness of people in trades. And I know a lot of people that are building companies that are doing trades. Example, the HVAC, which is also engulfing the electric, which is also engulfing the drywall, the work afterwards, Fresco Plumbing, friends of ours and stuff
Absolutely.
like that. They're multitasking into the group instead of just doing one thing.
Our friend Jason Budd from Father Judge had us there, and Father Judge just got done building a tremendous facility for auto mechanics and welding and things like that.
They're building the trade schools right in the actual high school,
Right.
Which is fantastic.
Which is
To your point,
fantastic.
Greg, yeah.
Not everybody's wants to go to college or
Not everybody.
has a different
It's not for
avenue,
everybody.
Not for everybody. So you're looking at some other opportunities, and some of the schools are recognizing and bringing the trades to
But
them.
we do have to recognize that for the folks that think that AI won't come for their jobs, that I had 9 incisions and the doctor didn't touch me once. So we can't think that a plumber might not be in jeopardy or that. So it's just important to make sure that we get these basic tools in front of everyone so that they can start to learn and get ready for what's coming for 2026 and 7. It's not 10 years away anymore. It's here.
I mean, I definitely see that by taking, and again, in real estate, a buyer can take a contract and ask it to go and load it into their ChatGPT.
Yep.
And again, when we work with a buyer starting right away, we give them copies of everything that they're going to authorize when we make an offer. And we say, look, we'll go through it, ask all the questions about it. And I actually am saying to them, if you have a ChatGPT system, load it in and have it break it down for you in the layman's how you understand
And don't
it.
forget what we taught you many times, Craig. Always season it, act as. The hallucination rate is at about 86%. If you season it, if you act as a top licensed PA real estate agent, if that's the state you're working in, it will raise those hallucinations up to 97% accuracy.
Because what you're doing is you're setting a role for your generator. So it's seasoning and also too, if it's something within rules and regulations, say the state name too. So act as a licensed PA real estate agent and evaluate this.
Act as a top licensed PA home inspector, et cetera. But again,
et cetera,
these
yeah.
tools are not licensed tools. These are just to amplify your skill sets. We repeat that over and over again.
You are definitely telling people that, and I know that. Again, it's not perfect, everybody. Please proof whatever you're going to do.
It's not perfect, but if you act as and you set those roles, then you'll avoid those hallucinations as much as you can. So it should be about 97% correct if you're doing it.
Imagine you're in your office and you touch your phone, and if you have an assistant or a secretary, you say, Jen, come on in and bring me the information. And she comes in and you ask her questions, and she said, well, you didn't tell me what information, right? So she can't help you. So you make sure that your assistant knows what you're getting ready to talk about. That will reduce your hallucination effect.
Okay, so that kind of leads me in the question of what shouldn't real estate agents be using it for?
That'd be a hard answer.
No, because every day you can use it in your personal life, your business life. We use it as our companion. So use it as your co-pilot, not your autopilot. But I don't know.
When we're driving,
we're using it every day.
Yeah, you guys taught me. We just hit it on the cell phone. Like after today's class, because we named Frankie before, and you guys have yours is Sage and Atlas.
That's correct. And they're pretty famous now. A lot of people know Sage and Atlas.
I'm telling you, what we're going to do is we're going to introduce them after the show, everybody.
I think I have one thing that I could probably say that, listen, these things, your OpenAI, it is your companion, but let's not take it to the next level, because ChatGPT tends to be favorable to what you're putting into it, right? So it will lean towards positivity and things that you're putting in and wanting it to come back to you. So just think about those things. And it's not therapists. It's not all of these other extenuating things. So just keep an eye on those things.
And it will act as that. There was a big case. There was a big case in the news about a very unfortunate incident where a young person killed themselves, and OpenAI was implemented. And we're not going to talk about law. We're not lawyers or that kind of thing. But do know that it's always going to be positive toward you unless you start asking it those hard questions, about life and death and things. So we implore people, again, to be very careful. If you're parents using these tools, please use oversight with these tools. We don't suggest young kids use it without their parents, and again, you do what you think's best, but us being experts in the field, we're really trying hard to be good ambassadors for what's happening today.
Oh, you guys definitely are. I want to throw this tool out, something that I learned from you guys and you were discussing the other day. I know that when we're putting a home on the market, and a lot of the top producing agents are doing this now, the 3.6 homes sale year agents don't. And that's why I said, find a professional who sells real estate all the time and produces more than 5 times at it. It's very easy to find. Just go to ChatGPT and they'll find you the agents that sell more than 20 houses a year. If they're not selling more than 20 houses a year, sorry guys, I feel bad. Just figure it out. I got to be truthful.
That's part-time or a hobby.
Yeah, but as a buyer, seller, get an expert. This is your biggest investment. There's all kinds of options here, but when we're dealing with the homes, you guys taught us about this. I always tell them the address, and I say, tell me the positives within a mile of this house of parks, schools, recreation, shopping, and I ask about it. And then I say also pinpoint it on a map for me and then tell me the greatness of it and why a buyer would want to live in these areas. And it produces these homes. I am learning one point. You guys are going to help me out. This is to get it to go lay on the Google map with all the little pinpoints of that stuff. And I know you guys know how to do it. I know you guys
transform
can.
it into a PDF. So if your clients aren't doing it and you're driving, you can use this by your voice activation, right? So you can drive and talk to it at the same time. And you can ask it all these questions and ask it to produce a PDF for your client and email it to them. So, it really, those are the types of things that will be very valuable to a real estate professional that are trying to help your clients and trying to set you apart from other folks that are not doing these types of things.
When you have that information, you're sitting with somebody and it's there. And even if it's in the multiple listing under documents, you're standing out. You're doing something different, It's just being a professional, man. Cutting edge. It's like being the best doctor. It's like required CE classes. It's not if, it's when. All right, I'm going to fire a couple questions at you. One thing that AI is going to do this year that you guys think is going to do that it's not doing?
So I can tell you that we're already working with Hubtree, and you're going to see humanoid robots that you're not seeing in plain sight yet. But I do think within the next 12 months in certain areas, you'll start to see humanoid robots. And we're not doing that to scare people. We just don't want people to be afraid when they see it, because you'll be seeing them coming. Some of them are starting as low as $7,500. I know that's a lot of money, but in the grand scheme of things, of where things are going, you will be seeing humanoid robots in the very near future.
It's going to the Jetsons. It's going to start.
It's going Jetson style. So Rosie from the Jetsons will be here.
A little more stylish, I think. I think she's going a little more than going around just in that.
Little eyelashes.
I was just able to work on some of the programming to control 100 drones at once. So you're going to start to see drone operators being able to write in the sky, and they're going to see marketing to a whole nother level this year. So they're the things that you're seeing behind the scenes now, but it's just a matter of time before you start seeing people with like 10 drones at once, things like that, and those kind of effects.
I have so much fun learning this stuff because one is I love real estate. Two is I decided to smash the snow globe, which you guys talked about in the past. I love changing lives with it. You guys are true life changers in the real estate industry.
Thank you.
Everybody, you're going to follow us after this. You can get to Bruno and Stacie. Follow them on DreamTeam_1 in social media. AI Unlocked. All you got to do is put their names in. Bruno and Stacie Marcinkowski.
Craig, since you're talking about the search, I think again, a lot of us have spent time learning about SEO, search engine optimization.
We're going to carry this on another time. You guys are coming back to the show. But hey, everybody, as I always say, it's time to go out and change a life today. You never know whose life you're going to change. It might be your own. So go out, use some AI. You guys definitely changed some lives today. I had fun. You changed my life daily.
Thanks for having us.
Everybody, I hope this changed your life today. Go get it, man.
Thank you.
Be blessed.